To all my sisters who lie alone at night, don't you ever doubt your beauty, no. Don't you ever doubt your light. You know that all the love you send always comes right back to you again. Lift up your shining face, 'cause you are amazing grace. To all my brothers, trying to be true, you are the living answer to everything that's asked of you. Well, I just hope that you can see just how very much that it means to me. How well you run this race, you are amazing grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that turned my whole world upside down. I feel so lost, but you know I'm found. Just gotta look around me, yeah, yeah. To everybody in this life so wide, keep the heart of a lover in the mind of a child. Oh, you know, I don't think that it's by chance that we met here in this mighty dance. Oh, love and time and space, oh, it's all amazing grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound to put my all my sisters who lie alone at night, don't you ever doubt your beauty, no. Don't you ever doubt your light. You know that all the love you send always comes right back to you again. Lift up your shining face, 'cause you are amazing grace. All my brothers, trying to be true. You are the living answer to everything that's asked of you. Well, I just hope that you can see just how very much that it means to me. How well you run this race. You are amazing grace. Amazing grace. How sweet the sound that turned my whole world upside down. I feel so lost, but you know I'm found. Just gotta look around me. Yeah, yeah. To everybody in this life so wide, keep the heart of a lover, the mind of a child. Oh, you know, I don't think that it's by chance that we met here in this mighty dance. Oh, love and time and space. Oh, it's all amazing grace. Amazing grace. How sweet the sound to put my feet back on solid ground. I feel so lost, but you know I'm found. Just gotta look around me. It's all amazing grace. 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 It's all amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. 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 It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. my sisters who lie alone at night. Don't you ever doubt your beauty, no. Don't you ever doubt your light. You know that all the love you send always comes right back to you again. Lift up your shining face, 'cause you are amazing grace. All my brothers, trying to be true. You are the living answer to everything that's asked of you. Well, I just hope that you can see just how very much that it means to me. How well you run this race. You are amazing grace. Amazing grace. How sweet the sound that turned my whole world upside down. I feel so lost, but you know I'm found. Just gotta look around me. Yeah, yeah. To everybody.
Celebration. My name is Ayadele McClinney, and today I am your presider. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm delighted to be with you. Good morning, good evening. No matter where you are in the world, you're welcomed here. We are Columbia Center for Spiritual Living. But before we start, we'd greatly appreciate if you would share this live stream to help us spread our message. So I'm just going to pause so you can do that now. Wonderful, thank you. At Columbia CSL, we live the truth of who we are through our identity, vision, and mission statements. Our new identity statement is, we are a diverse community of belonging and growth, sharing the light and joy within ourselves while learning to see it in others. Our new vision states, we are contributing to a world that works for everyone. And we carry out that vision through our mission. Say it with me. We are a welcoming, inclusive spiritual center where everyone can be seen and heard. We lovingly practice the principles of science of mind in the world. I invite you now to set an intention for this week. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to sink into the feeling of that intention right now as you open to receive Spirit's guidance throughout our time together. Hey, we have a saying here. Singing or listening to music is like praying twice and playing a little bit too. So we begin each service with a song. Let's welcome international artist, the gifted and often surprising Amy Steinberg. Amy is an American minister, singer, songwriter, playwright, and actress. Her songwriting and vocal performance style find uniqueness through the weave of music, comedy, and poetry. Presenting Miss Amy Steinberg.
people who worry, let the fear take you out. Imagining the worst overcome with doubt. There's no way to know, knowing is the way today. I'm flying on faith. I'm flying on faith. See, I picked up my baggage and I threw it out the door. Not looking back, because the past is such a bore. I'm gonna stand with that moon, with the stars up in my face today. Today, I'm flying on faith. You cry all night about the things that you hate. So dissatisfied in so many ways, but I'm gonna find a way to celebrate today. Today, I'm flying on faith. I'm flying on faith. I picked up my baggage and I threw it out the door. I'm not looking back, because the past is such a bore. I wanna stand with that moon, with the stars up in my face today. I'm flying on faith. I'm flying on faith. You could go ahead and tiptoe through your life, digging in the dirt.
Wow. So we're having a little bit of a tech challenge, but we're going to get it all in spirit, and Amy will be back with us soon. So if this is your first time experiencing Columbia Center for Spiritual Living, we welcome you and thank you for joining us today. We want you to know that no matter who you are or whatever your spiritual path, you are truly welcomed here. We invite you to visit our website at columbiacsl.com to learn more about our spiritual community, replay past services, and find articles and other resources. And please check out the calendar on our website for events and opportunities to gather with our community. Oh, it's my delight to share announcements today. So the first thing I want to do is say thanks to everyone who participated in the co-creation process facilitated by Dr. Kathy Hearn and Reverend Christine Green. I was there. It's fab. Last week, Reverend Christine shared the results of this work in our new Minister Sacred Covenant. The first part of this covenant is in our announcement role and will remain there until we have our new senior minister. Each one of us now is invited to take the holy agreement in consciousness and make it our own in our spiritual practice. And personally, I do it every morning. It's part of my morning get ready routine. Please join me in that spiritual practice. Next, our Columbia CSL Say Yes Fall fundraiser is going well, And there are 2 more days to hop online and buy your entries. We also have a secret Santa, a member of our community who is generously matching new donations up to $500. Come on, fabulous. Thanks to our generous donors, Dr. Lisa Gordon, Claudette Gadsden, David Sills, and Reverend Dr. Raymond Anderson. Check out those wonderful prizes at go.rallyup.com/333. Thank you to Reverend Jenna Wexler, B. Eamon James for orchestrating our fabulous candlelighting service, and to all those who gave up their time and love to make this a magical experience. On December 26th, after our in-person service, we will be holding a community holiday celebration. So join us in fellowship. Feel free to bring some sweets or goodies to share. And on December 31st at 12 noon, Greenwich Mean Time, which is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, many around the world will be attending CSL's World Healing a Peace Meditation. So grab your beverage of choice, a comfy chair, and a blanket for the sacred annual event. You can participate by going to Centers for Spiritual Living Facebook page at 6:45 a.m. Eastern Time to ensure a prompt start at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Let's feel the energy of global connection and raise the vibration of peace together. Usher in the new year in sacred community and participate in the revision and rebirth ceremony directly after service on January the 2nd with Dr. Nadine. Yay! And finally, if you're a member and haven't filled out a membership renewal and 2022 pledge form, please do so right away. If you have any questions or need help, reach out to our own beloved Reggie at columbiacsl.com. For more information and to sign up for any of our events, please visit our website calendar at www.columbiacsl.com, or feel free to email us at info@columbiacsl.com. Thank you for listening. Now, let us consciously engage in spiritual practice together. We invite you to settle in, center yourself in this moment, and find that still place within, where spirit is all there is. We will have a contemplative reading by Claudia Jaffa, and then a guided meditation and affirmative prayer by Jody Davidson.
Today's reading is taken from Chapter 4 of This Thing Called You by Ernest Holmes. The universe is one vast system. All the laws of nature conspire to benefit mankind, but these same laws automatically protect the integrity of nature. It is as though nature said, "All right, the game is yours. Play it as you see fit. I am going to serve you, but don't fool yourself. I am going to reflect right back to you with exactness what you really are. If you don't like what is happening, I am not going to be disturbed. You are the arbiter of your fate. I have given you all. I have implanted freedom, individuality, self-choice within you. Finally, through experience, you will learn the better and wiser way. I am love as well as law, beauty as well as reason, feeling as well as intellect. You are set on a path of self-determination. Your fantastic will, seeking good for yourself, that you would not willingly give to others, may lead you up many blind alleys. You may meet with disappointment and chagrin. But I have also placed within you a compass, a chart. There is a course you may pursue which leads to happiness, to wholeness, to peace of mind and joy. Someday you will follow this path, because I have placed a spirit within you which is ever seeking to guide, ever standing aside, permitting you partially to obliterate that spark which is part of myself. Through all the rounds of experience, I am there. The freedom which the all-creative wisdom has designed for us is marvelous beyond human perception. Life has given us an intuitive sense of things. It has permitted us to evolve through the countless ages of trial and error to the day of our redemption. Always know that this redemption is certain. But the timing, even of eternity, as far as we are concerned, rests in our present or delayed acceptance. It could be today or tomorrow. It could have been yesterday. We are living in a universal now, and this now waits on your acceptance. The greatest gift life could have made to you is yourself. You are a spontaneous, self-choosing center in life, in the great drama of being, the great joy of becoming, the certainty of eternal expansion. You could not ask for more, and more could not have been given. Please join me in this affirmation. I am starting out on a great adventure, a wonderful journey. I am guided by love, inspired by truth, and my future will be what I make it. And so it is. Namaste.
Living in the universal now that awaits your acceptance. And so you're invited to continue settling in, breathing into your heart space, opening to the divine love that is you. Simply allow as you create the energy where you remember yourself, who you really are, connecting to that which is highest while staying grounded in the physical manifestation that is you. Oh, what a great adventure. What a great journey that is. This is the place where spirituality and humanity become balanced and conjoined as one. Remember the intention that you set. What is it? Breathe in and breathe out with that intention in mind. Continue opening and receiving Spirit's guidance as you focus on that which deserves your attention, that intention that is calling forward. If you choose, place your hand on your heart. And if your heart says yes, you know your intention is where it is best to choose to place your energy and your focus. This is where you can freely implant your true sense, your individuality, and that which makes you you. And this is the same place where you can fully connect with greater humanity. This is the truth that starts with you, right here and right now, where you can feel the love that resides within. When you look in the mirror, what is it that you see? Can you really see yourself? And when you say aloud, I love you, can you truly hear yourself? If you want, try right now. Say, I love you, and call out your own name. I love you. I love you. Listen and hear and look and see. Humanity begins with each and every one of us, holding the keys to our being, releasing and surrendering as we shamelessly pursue that which generates our wholeness, our holiness, our happiness, and our joy. How beautiful it is to walk a familiar path, staying the course, maintaining what works, and yet, is it time to chart new territory? What a beautiful combination as you support yourself in raising your energetic frequency. You are creating music. You are creating your best life, where peace, joy, and love align. Once again, coming back to heart center, recalling the intention that deserves your attention, rejoicing in that which is, seeing, hearing, being. So let us pray. God is all there is, one universal life source that is the creator of all creation, of all that is. I am an individualized expression of God, divine light and love. And what I know is that I am a heart-centered being. I see me. I hear me. I honor and cherish me. And I love me. Recognize the humanity in each and every one. This is my intention in the minutes, hours, days, and in the week and the time ahead. And so I surrender, allowing life to emerge and reveal itself from a place of ease and grace, peace, blessings, namaste, and so it is.
Thank you, Claudia and Jody, for that beautiful time of spiritual practice. In this community, the spiritual community, our practitioners and ministers are eager to know the truth with you. Feel free to email your request for prayer or counseling to prayer@columbiacsl.com, and we will hold your truth in prayer throughout the week. It's my delight and pleasure to let you know that Amy Steinberg has many gifts for us, and we're going to invite her back another time. We're having technical difficulties right now. It's only temporary. She sends love and peace and blessings to all of us. But it brings us to, perhaps for some, the most exciting time, and that's where we get to hear from our interim senior minister, Reverend Dr. Nadine Rogers. Today's message, Rebirthing Our Humanity. Welcome, Reverend Dr. Nadine.
Well, good morning, Columbia CSL, and all those who are joining from far and wide. We are glad you are here. We are in the time of light, the season of illumination, and the birthing of something holy. A beautiful and sacred time for many cultures and faiths, remembering values, principles to live by, celebrations of light, dark, and the harvest in humanity's journey of becoming. I would like to put forward this idea of rebirthing our humanity today, alongside one of many interpretations of the holiday we celebrate known as Christmas. There are many scholarly references differently stating the birth date of Jesus, but nevertheless, this master teacher of love is important to include as a key to rebirthing our humanity. Many non-Christians and those who prefer secularism join in with the devout, participating and enjoying some traditions associated with Christmas. And so, in the spirit of inclusivity, I would like to look at Christmas instead as Christ Mass. The Mass of Christ being a celebration of divine relationship. Christ is the person united with the divine. Christ is the individual united with the unseen. This is the meaning of the Mass of Christ, Christ Mass. It is not the glorification of an individual. It is the recognition of real relationship. The relationship, first and foremost, of the person with knowledge within themselves, and their relationship and intrinsic bond to the unseen one. This is the celebration of relationship. This is the meaning of Christhood. This is the Mass of Christ. So for today, let this be a time that you remember that your life is greater than simply being a person in the world who has basic needs. It is this greater part of you, this greater calling, and this greater purpose that gives meaning to all the lesser aspects of ourselves and unites them harmoniously and fulfills their roles. In our philosophy, this greater part of us is often referred to as our true spiritual nature, born of and living as an individualization of God. So, what about the spiritual idea that we are one in, one with, and one as God? I'm sure that it is the basis for our sacred conversations ongoing in our search for truth in ourselves and in life. So we begin speaking to this as we explore this month the journey of becoming, and today the rebirth of our humanity. We are well acquainted with the idea that we are of a spiritual nature and connected with each other and all life through this spiritual nature. But how do we connect with our spiritual nature? Our surrender to that within us that knows it knows, that intuitive, guiding whisper or shout that prompts us when we could use a pause, a reset, a bridge into discovering more of who we are as the unique, personalized, individualized expression of the one. What a complex journey this can be, as our everyday engagement seems to challenge our intellect, seducing us into believing that we are in the world and of it. This is Christ Mass for you. It does not happen only once a year, but it is a reminder that beyond all of your personal needs and immediate difficulties, you have a greater mission. And as in the life of Jesus, we must come to find this. We must feel it and allow it to emerge. We must recognize that alone we cannot fulfill it because it is not for us alone. And yes, we will wander in the desert. We will experience the temptations of the world, and we will feel the conflict between this greater emerging part of ourselves and our personal wishes, preferences, and fears. For, like Jesus, we must allow this greater power and greater purpose to eclipse our life, to envelop our life, and to reorganize and redirect our life. This is Christ Mass. This is a great calling out of self-obsession, a great calling out of trying to fulfill ourselves in a world where fulfillment cannot really be obtained, a calling out of the confusion and our self-denial, a calling out of human conflict, human will, and human domination. The visionary and messenger Dr. Ernest Holmes speaks to this within the pages of his work called The Science of Mind and Spirit. As Jean Houston writes in its foreword, to read it is to be charged in the alembic of change, to enter into partnership with God, to relearn the laws of co-creation. It lays out the blueprint for the remaking of the mind and the reenactment of the world. On the scale of world regard, it causes little stir, this book. Perhaps this is as it should be, for it is the hidden masterpiece, which must be discovered only when one is ready to enter upon the larger life. Ernest Holmes reminds us that once consciousness is expanded, it can never go back. And this infers that there is always expansion of consciousness going on within us to move us towards this larger life. This journey of becoming or self-actualizing is a full spectrum adventure of sacred complements rather than opposites, such as happy and sad and light and dark, positive and negative. These sacred complements allow us to be curious, to clarify our questions, our values, our needs, and set new intentions and deepen our gratitude as we grow. Personally, I think of our becoming as the continual and eternal discovery and revelation of our next expanding expression of our divine humanity. So come out wherever you are. Rebirth your humanity. It's not the easiest thing to handle, being a unique, individualized expression of infinite intelligence and multidimensional spiritual beingness with an ego set on constricting or releasing us from our human identity. We have so many aspects of ourselves operating within, don't we? Expressing differently in response to our environment, while navigating the impulse of trying to control ourselves or free ourselves. No question, it's a complex journey. When one chooses to live an intentional life and embark upon the spiritual path to do so. And we are asked, and if not yet ready, to become intimate with ourselves, others, God, life itself. We are pulled towards a vision of our own magnificence and asked to shine our light in a world of condition that often seems to project itself in opposing context. Now, how many of us would you say move through life unaware of how deeply we are divided against ourselves? Fortunately, we have at our fingertips spiritual principles and universal laws, which when applied in moments of self-doubt and divisiveness, can shift our perspective and bring us into a sense of security of truth, unity with ourselves. Here we begin to realize that this seemingly world of opposition is really our own divisiveness looking back at us. And with that awareness, we are at choice to contemplate that our humanity and our divinity are not two things. You know, what I've observed over these many years walking planet Earth is that for most of it, I would argue with anyone who, with intention to encourage me, of course, would drop their pearls of wisdom, such as, it is all an illusion anyways. You're making it up. And there is no such thing as time and space. If you just change your attitude or your mind, it would all be okay. Of course, when we are in the middle, crossing the great divide between a limited identity with the world around us to an unlimited sense of our capacity to shape our lives through faith in universal laws of life and the power of infinite intelligence living as us, we can't see the forest for the trees, and nor must we. And nor must we play in the trees. Here is where the power of spirit lives, not just as the whole forest. It lives in each minuscule and finite form, condition, thought. The whole of spirit is there. Its infinite love and the responsive law of its nature. Spirit, in its nature, being whole, perfect, and complete within itself, is fully present as pure potential without notice of the conditions of our lives or our world situation. In other words, stay and play in the trees. Play in your life circumstances, your thoughts about them, how you speak about them, if not in the presence of others, within your own countenance. Do not limit your thoughts or voice for fear you might bring forward more of what you don't want. The only way that can happen is if you do not change your deep belief patterns. And the only way that will happen is if you are afraid to give voice to all your thoughts and feelings when you think and feel them, instead repressing them through judgment of the energy they carry. When we play, we can be open and present and loving, accepting who we are and where we are in our unique life circumstances. This is where it all happens. This is right where the power for good exists, right within our complexities as human beings. This is why, in order to know divinity, we must embrace our humanness, our humanity. When things seem chaotic, messy, hard to swallow, it means we are standing in front of something we feel resistance to. The mantra I have used throughout the years is this: I reveal to release. I reveal to release. I reveal to release. This is supported by Dr. Holmes's belief that we must demonstrate, reveal, put into action, express before we gain knowledge of the truth. I reveal myself, my thoughts, my feelings in the moment. And by doing so, I release the resistance to what has occurred. This idea has buoyed my mind and ensured my readiness for conscious reinvention, rebirth of my self-identity. One of the primary aspects of Jesus' teachings was to heal all divides, including lines that divide people. There was an important feature of the holiness program Jesus found unacceptable: the lines that it drew between people, noting the separation that exists in his time, people who were clean and unclean, pure and defiled, sacred and profane, Jew and Gentile, righteous and sinner. Having concluded that Yahweh's central attribute was compassion, Jesus saw social barriers as an affront to that compassion. So he parlayed with tax collectors, dined with outcasts and sinners, socialized with prostitutes, and healed on the Sabbath when compassion prompted doing so. This made him a social prophet, challenging the boundaries of the existing order and advocating an alternative vision of the human community. Did you ever ask why it was that the story goes Jesus was born in Nazareth to a teenage girl in an unclean manger with the animals, witnessed by 3 ordinary shepherds? Could it be because it was an allegory depicting that the meek shall inherit the earth? At the time of Jesus' birth, Herod, being in power, was an obstruction, a distraction, a false power. And it was taken down by the revelation of this birth and the rise of the heart of humanity. I love what Jean Houston wrote in The World's Religions. She said, Jesus located the authority for his teachings not in himself or in God as removed, but in his hearers' hearts. He said, my teachings are true. So he said, in effect, because against all conventionality, your own hearts attest to their truth. We cannot speak of rebirthing our humanity either without touching upon the rebirthing of humanity. We look around and we see the world in chaos. Some may describe it as a crisis. The Chinese word for crisis combines 2 elements: danger and opportunity. No matter the difficulty of the circumstances, no matter how dangerous the situation, at the heart of each crisis lies great opportunity. For what can unite a fractured humanity, contentious with itself? What could overcome this, which seems so endemic in the world today? But a great challenge for all who dwell here, a challenge that will affect everyone. There is only preparation and rising from the heart of truth, the heart of humanity, to meet a great set of circumstances. I'm sure we can all agree it feels like a great turning point. Some people will think it is the end. It is the end of humanity. It is the end of time, or it is the end of human civilization. And some people think it is a glorious beginning, a great new age for humanity, of enlightenment and unity, of spirituality. We can face this reality with the courage of heart and the power of knowledge that God has placed within each of us. We were sent into the world to be here at these times, to face these great things. That part of us that was sent and that knows this resides beneath the surface of our mind. We have the ability to see and know if we can go deeper within ourselves. Do we realize how valuable this world is in a universe of barren planets? This is the evolution of humanity. Evolution has painful thresholds within it. The world did not become the paradise it is today through graceful change alone, but through convulsive change, great extinctions, great alterations of the climate. This is evolution. It is not some simple path that you follow that delights you at every turn. You have come into the world at a great time of evolution. Do you think you are some person wandering in the world? Who you are is someone sent here to play a part in something of the greatest importance for the future of this world and the future of humanity, and in your own divine humanity. When it is a time for something new, you will feel it. We're feeling it. You will feel a desire to let go, to shed layers, to move, to recreate. You will know because there will be subtle shifts all around you. You will release the old because you are really clearing the path for what's ahead. Trust the process. Newness will enter our lives in equal measure to how much of a space or void we have created by letting go. Do we really think we have not the capacity to hold newness? Will we not know what to do with it? Do we prefer things bit by bit instead of all at once? If so, then we must be giving of ourselves bit by bit, letting go pieces of ourselves that have not yet expressed out, letting go attachments to both what doesn't and does support us, leaning into that something greater bit by bit. Make no mistake, we stand on holy ground. In the knowing of who and whose we are the I am expressing. Stop for a moment. Can you say, I accept this truth and enter into the cave of my heart, and say silently, guide me now. Perseverance is something we are all currently needing, particularly at a time that we find ourselves in. To keep going and keep pushing forward, even when others may have a very different opinion of the situation or of us. I know that each one of you have been given unique talents and abilities with which to do so. The question still remains, how do we maintain a strong spirit of perseverance? How do we keep pushing forward, not getting bogged down in the chatter outside and in, telling us that we are not good enough or not worthy. We take our place at this table, becoming an open portal through which Spirit will facilitate new beginnings through a passionate and just heart, and through the wonder of giving. This is the season. But how can we support our prayerful affirmation of the holy within us? Through the wonder of both giving to ourselves, the gift that has been given, and the giving of ourselves from the gift that keeps on giving. I'd like to share with you a story about an inspired painting by a German artist, Rosenthal. And this painting is entitled The Blessing of Work. It depicts a young boy carving a life-sized picture of the Virgin Mary. The almost completed figure towers above the young artist, and while he works intently carving the details of the feet, Mary looks down upon him with love and with outstretched arms, blessing him. While he is giving himself in the creative flow, he is dynamically receiving immeasurably in return. The painting reveals so much more. Light is streaming through the open window, its rays bathing him with an aura of illumination. A large plaque is on the wall of a heavenly choir singing praise directly towards him. And by his side there is what we assume to be a picture of his mother, which he is using for a model, and with hands clasped in devotion, she is blessing him. Thus, the whole tone of the work suggests that the whole universe is rushing, streaming, pouring into the boy, while he quietly gives himself in creative effort. It is a beautiful visual testimony to Jesus. Give, and you shall receive. And we will add, receiving unceasingly, so that we may give unceasingly. So as we celebrate in gratitude with family and friends in this light-filled season, let's make it a season of illumination and revelation. Think about the birth of a Savior as such as the rebirth of our humanity and the rebirth of humanity itself. Let's return to a beginner's mind, innocent, to be humble and not know, and allow ourselves to be held, comforted, and nurtured, to discover afresh our beautiful, Christ-ordained soul. For in any moment, life begins again. In any moment, the universe is primed to give us new life, to begin again, to create new opportunities, to miraculously heal all things, to change darkness to light and fear to love. God's light shines eternally clear, untarnished by our illusions and fears. So our task is to take a deep breath, slow down, and let God be God. We can surrender all thoughts of past or future and let the spirit of now shine forth in our awareness. There, in the realm of the eternal good, lies the hope of healing for the world. For God is not daunted by our nightmares of guilt. God is ever awake of how beautiful we are. God made us that way. Yes, in any moment, life begins again. Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. Above our deep and dreamless sleep, the silent stars go by. Yet in the dark streets shineth the everlasting light of hopes and fears of all these years. are met in thee tonight. Remember, there is no other like you in this world. God has given and is giving in equal amounts to your belief in the perfection and power of a creative universe to the world through you and as you. Make a joyful noise so all can hear. This is the day the Lord hath made. It is whole, complete, and perfect as it is, as are we. So celebrate, live large, love much, and for God's sake, refresh and rebirth your spirit, for you are the face of God. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays, joyous Kwanzaa to all as God's greatest blessing of work. And so it is. Amen.
Reverend Dr. Nadine, you never cease to amaze us. Beautiful song, perfect message for today, this time, this season, this place, Columbia CSL. You can talk directly with Dr. Nadine after the service this morning on Zoom at our after chat. You can find the link in our newsletter or on our website calendar. If you've joined us before, it's the same link. And if you happen to be on Facebook, the link's been put in the chat. Please join us next week in person as Eugene Holden completes this month's theme, Journey of Becoming, with his talk entitled Birth of the True You. And now it's time for our conscious giving. We have just received, and now we can participate in the law of circulation by giving back. I invite you to invoke feelings of love, gratitude, and abundance, allowing them to fill you and the space around you. And now let's use the power of our word by speaking our prosperity affirmation together. I know that the infinite abundance of the universe blesses and multiplies this offering, and so it is. We offer easy ways to donate your offering. You can make a one-time or recurring donation through our website, www.columbiacsl.com, or you can text your donation to us at 410-498-6175, or for those who would prefer, you may drop off or mail in a check to our business office. We receive and appreciate your gifts and tithes. Thank you for supporting us so that we remain a vital and thriving center in which to find your spiritual nourishment. And we know that as we give with gratitude, we receive in gratitude. So would you please join in as we bless and receive every gift bestowed upon Columbia CSL. Together, we receive these gifts, knowing that they nurture and support our vision of contributing to a world that works for everyone. And so it is. On behalf of our entire community, thank you for being part of our spiritual family today. And we look forward to seeing you again. At the end of the service, we hope you check out our announcement slides and our website calendar. Again, you can find us at www.columbiacsl.com/events to make sure that you know everything that's coming up in our community, and we have a lot. That's where you'll find also the link to the after chat with Dr. Nadine at 11 a.m. And one final reminder, we're in person again with speaker Eugene Holden, and our fabulous guest artist will be Aaron Hill at the Hawthorne Center next Sunday, December 26th. And please plan to stay for our community holiday celebration directly after the service. With joy and effervescence, it's now my pleasure to reintroduce Dr. Nadine to close out our service with a benediction.
Join me in consciousness, won't you, as we remember together that there truly is only one life. This life is God's life. This life is perfect, and this life is our life now. So as we move into this beautiful season of illumination, let us remember that God is operating in, as, and through us, and that our spirit is whole, complete, and perfect. So let us together do what we need to do to love and care and nurture and be gentle with ourselves, to rebirth our humanity anew. For remember, in every moment, life is renewed by means of us. So we give thanks for this time together. And we go in to play in our lives, to play with the trees, to be right where we are, to embrace this beautiful human journey with all its complexities, and say, thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you for all that has been given. For I have everything I need to know what I need to know in this moment now. And I choose joy, and I choose peace, and I choose love's blessing, all that comes from my heart of wisdom that I have been blessed with. And so I release these words knowing they fly on the wings of truth, that the law of mind and action is returning them to me, pressed down, multiplied, and overflowing. I am well. Life is a blessing, and so it is. Amen.
I will make a quiet place within my heart, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. I will make a quiet place within my mind, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still and know I will make a quiet place within my life, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. Place within my heart, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. I will make a quiet place within my mind, and I will wait upon the Lord. Wait upon the Lord. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still and know I will make a quiet place within my life, and I will wait upon the Lord. Wait upon the Lord. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet